Hello, and welcome to Ask Me About K-Pop, the essential guide for recent converts and seasoned fans alike. My name is Shannon.
And I'm Angelica.
And 2018 is over.
Almost
when you're hearing this, there's just a couple more days left. So we gotta like talk about K-pop in 2018, and it was really something. It felt like a lot, like just endless bops, like all year long.
I know, and I wonder if it's because like this was the first year that I've been so tuned in to the K-pop world that I was like really up on all of the new releases every month. But this was, it was just like one after the other of a great song, and from a lot of groups that I didn't know before. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I just remember the K-pop cast, that's too many words. The K-pop cast, another K-pop podcast, does these like weekly Twitter chats about, you know, what's going on in the world of K-pop. And every week they would be like, what are you listening to this week? And what is coming out soon that you would like? And every single week it was just, and it was endless. It was endless. It was such, especially the summer. I remember the summer just being like a barrage of comebacks.
Yeah. One right after the other.
So before we get into like our favorite choices for the year, which were painstaking to make because of how much good stuff there was, what are some like trends or like staples of K-pop in 2018 that like we will look back on and be like, oh, that's the year that was like this?
Yeah, some 2018 tropes from music videos, concepts, and like general melodic themes
like music
that we
style.
Heard. So definitely number one, I think, is mullets.
Mullets
Are back.
Many mullets.
Back and not stopping.
No.
Like never
No,
stop.
people are just getting more mullets.
Yeah, just more and more
and more mullets.
And some of them work. Like JB's mullet is good, and Minghao's mullet is always good, and Chen's mullet was horrible.
Right.
And some of the mullets are just, they need to stay in the hair extension box and not come out again.
Yeah. Yeah, because some of them are fake, which is also weird.
Exactly. The fake ones are terrible. Chen's mullet is not good.
Not good.
Not good.
But other like styly things, we were like, there was a lot of 90s styling, like some of it being very overt, like with that EXID lady comeback where it was like, we are doing a 90s thing. And then it otherwise being just kind of generally inspired, like big pants.
Yeah, big pants and crop tops and like
men in crop tops.
Thank you, Kai. And also a lot of like really bright colors and mismatching patterns that are very, and like fancy sports gear.
Yeah.
You know, like sports clothes or like tracksuits and stuff.
Right.
I feel like was very in the 90s, leisurely. Yeah. Fancy sportwear. You know what I mean?
Yes. No, I totally know what you mean. There was also, let's see.
A lot of soft pastels, too, if we're still talking about coloring and clothing. What else?
Some good pastel concepts. I don't know. I mean, the only other thing is that like it seemed like all the boy groups took their titties out this year.
Oh, yes.
Yes, like so much middle cleave from so many boys.
Chest.
Yeah, chest windows. So many jackets with no shirts underneath and stuff.
We had Newest in blazers without shirts on. We had Halo.
Halo is the name
of the group. OMG is the name of the song. Blazers with no shirts on underneath. EXO, all over the place. Blazers with no shirts on underneath.
Monsta X. Flight suits unbuttoned all the way.
All unzipped.
Yeah, there were probably more. Did Mino wear a shirt in Good Evening when they had their like suit jammas on? Or was like, I can't remember if there was like chest involved in that or not. Probably no.
I think
All Day All Night though, maybe in some of those
He definitely
stages.
was wearing, definitely had a suit jacket with no shirt on underneath. And at least one.
At least once. Yeah. So
and generally just like silky pajamas.
Yeah.
Because Got Seven did that. Shiny did it too in Who Waits for Love.
Right.
I feel like someone else had silky pajamas.
Did CBX wear anything silky? They just wore giant
No.
clothes this time around.
Yeah, and like terrible sneakers.
So did BSS. That's another 90s. Like they
Yep.
really wore like
Yeah.
windbreaker suits and stuff.
In the music video, but all their performances they're wearing suits.
Suits.
But with
Interesting.
shirts, of course.
17 is not like that.
puts on more
Yet?
clothes. Yeah, yet. So far.
So far. Music-wise, we had like a lot of people putting out like multilingual albums and tracks like in English and Chinese and Spanish. Like there was a lot of that going on, which was really neat. And it coincided with quite a few world tours. Like I felt like there was a lot, like BTS and Monsta X and GOT7 all went on like massive world tours this year, like literally everywhere, which is very neat.
Yeah, I think a lot of K-pop concerts were held in like in countries for the first time, like a lot more European stops and Middle Eastern stops. So definitely continuing to expand globally, which is always fun. And I think they had a lot of there was a lot of funky lines in the melodies of a lot of songs this year, like trumpet and bass.
Really crazy bass licks in so many songs. Fun horns. A lot of Latin guitar still, like a lot of just straight up Latin inspired comebacks from like Mamamoo and Eric Nam and Super Junior. Like EXO
Even
a little
EXO
bit.
continues it with Ooh La La.
Yeah.
And Trauma.
And then another thing that I think is pretty great about 2018 is that it seemed like there were a ton of lady solos, including like second generation ladies that are still hanging in there and putting out like great solo music, and they won't go away. And I like it.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's very neat because another part of the year has been this, like, what I feel like we can probably mostly confidently say is this, like, fourth generation of groups and these kids who were writing and doing all their own choreography and they were just, like, out there this year. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Going for it. So it was a cool mix of all these, like, new kids working their asses off and then these, like, legends who just, like, continue to slay.
Yeah. And we're putting out pretty consistent, like, girl power anthems.
Yes. Totally agreed. Okay. So, yeah, 2018, we'll get into more of this as we go through our list. But what we wanted to do this year is, as opposed to making just like a top 10 list, because that would be hard. And I don't know, there was just so much good music this year. So I thought we should have like some categories of like our favorite kinds of thing, like our favorite things. So we're going to do, just to prepare you, we're going to do favorite choreo, favorite music video, favorite concept, favorite rookie debut, favorite subunit, favorite B-side, favorite solo, favorite SM station, favorite performance, and song of the year. We'll say for the end what we think our like song of 2018 was. So I say, let's get started.
All right. You go first.
Okay. So there was a lot of great choreo this year that I was very, very into. I loved both of G-Idol's, both La Ta Ta. That was one of my favorites that I learned this year myself. Loved La Ta Ta. Han is also a really neat choreo. I almost gave this to A-Pink for I'm So Sick because I also really enjoyed the like fun kind of flirty choreo for that. But I'm going to have to give it to Pristin V, Get It. This choreo is so smooth and powerful and sexy and bouncy. And the handcuff sequence in the bridge is one of the most creative things I've seen in a really long time. And so for that alone, I have to give this song my choreography pick.
Great choice. I'm glad that your choices went lady heavy because mine, per usual, are boy heavy. There was a lot of really great choreo this year. I mean, making these decisions for every single category was a challenge. I feel like I aged like 10 years in K-pop years because of all the music that came out this year. But so let's see. My number 3 choice is a very recent release, Love Shot by EXO. Then my second choice, I had to go with Wiki Miki's La La La. But my first choice, we even got to see this live, is Newest with Deja Vu. 걷는 이곳에 차라리 날 가둬줘 데자부 시간을 나도 모르게 속여 계속 멈춰 있어줘 데자부 잠시라도 사라지면 안돼 데자부 데자부 What a great example of a funky bass lick to begin with. Oh my God. And my favorite part of the choreo is the like wavy leg move that goes over that bass lick. Mm-hmm. It's so similar. It's like almost exactly what Boa does in Woman. It's very similar to Sistar's leg dance. And it just has this like very like casual sexiness. Don't they have their hands in their pockets? Yeah, they have their hands in their pockets and they just like casually are like snaking their leg. It's like subtle and sexy. And I love a good pantomime in a choreography. And they do that phenomenal like verse with the mirror reflections. Just
very cool.
Beautiful.
Okay. Our next category is music video. This was hard for me to choose. I loved like all of the SHINee videos that came out. We got 4 of them this year, which is, great. But I also like, let me see. I also loved GOT7's Lullaby. I felt like it had a cool like story and it's visually very interesting. But I had to go with Twice's What Is Love. Yeah, this is the video that I think I watched the most this year. It's fun and colorful and exciting, and it like each girl gets to be showcased in the video as like a different kind of character. And I just want to say, this is how you do movie parody in a music video. Cough, cough, Ariana Grande. Cough, cough.
Fair enough. Let's see. For my music video choices, my number 3, again, is a very recent release. It is Really Bad Boy by Red Velvet. I love a good cheeky and like, I don't know, B-horror style music video. Then my second choice was Selfish by Moonbyul. I love the coloring and just the collaboration in general. But my number 1 pick is Oh My by 17. This is probably my most played music video of the year, and I feel like is most accurately like, it's not my pick for song of the year, but it is like the song of my year.
Yeah.
Because it was so popular. I felt like it was everywhere. It was one of my favorites. And the music video to me is just perfect. It's summery and fun and dreamlike. So it like perfectly fits the concept of the song. And it includes enough of the choreography to like really show off what 17's all about. Plus, the boys just look so beautiful, like the sweet angels that they are.
The color palette is to die for.
Yeah.
My coworkers on our Coworkers React episode really loved this video, and all the dudes said that it made them want to have 12 best friends.
To have an enormous pillow fight and then jump through the clouds with. I agree.
Hang on each other and watch fireworks. It's a nice one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a good pick. All right. Next category is favorite concept. Now, this is another one that was very difficult for me to choose because my girls A-Pink came back this year with I'm So Sick, and it was their most like womanly concept so far. Like, you know, the song was like, stop calling me when you're drunk. Like, it was just very like, I don't know, it was an adult concept for A-Pink, and I really enjoyed it. I also like loved Retro Future as a concept. It was so nuts. My number one choice wasn't going to be my number one choice until it was. It knocked my number one choice just right off of the pillar. But that is Monsta X Shootout. So flight suits and chains, masks and titties. It's like, it's all I needed to like eventually fall into the pit that is Mon Bébé Dom.
Yep.
And I'm happy to be here. But yeah, thanks Monsta X. This was a concept I could get behind.
We applaud you. We applaud you and all your hard work. Well, my third choice for concept is one that hasn't even come out yet, really. And if it had already come out, it probably would be my number one choice, just because I'm recording this in the past and it's not December 21st yet. My number 3 choice is Goth Teen, Getting Closer. I love a dark 17. They're so broody.
It's going to be fun.
And dramatic. No one does drama like 17. Then we've got my second choice was hard because I honestly liked this entire album series. I could have just picked The Story of Light, but I specifically chose I Want You as my second choice from SHINee. But my number one, without a doubt, GOT7, Lullaby. I loved this comeback so much. I was, especially because for me, like I was a huge GOT7 fan, and then they came out with like a series of songs that were like Hard Carry and whatever, like I can't even think of the other titles right now, but that like Hard Carry period of their discography, I just didn't love it. It was like a harder look, and I didn't like it. And so then they came back with Lullaby, and they were like colorful again, but it was a soft but grown look. Like they're very sexy, but they're still in like pastels and like silky shirts. So they're like pretty but sexy.
Yeah, that's what I couldn't say because I didn't want to ruin your choice. But like this was my number one choice until Shootout came. Yeah. Like Lullaby was my favorite thing I'd seen all year because of the pastel boyfriend. It was like so great. But then Monsta X had to come wreck it. But I'm glad you got to pick it.
Yeah, so I love it. I watch these performances still like every week. When it first came out, I was watching it like every day. I love it. And the Spanish version, just like really I think that's what nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it in.
Perfect. So that was concept. All right. This next one was interesting because I didn't feel like, I don't know, I just felt like we should try and make a pick of 2018 because there's rookies every year. And so we have to pick a favorite. We talked about like a ton of rookie girl groups in another episode. I honestly didn't pay very much attention to the boys because I don't mess with rookie boy groups. They're too little. Young. It's fine.
I already have enough boy groups in my basket.
I know people love Stray Kids and I'm excited for them, but they are too young. Call me another time. So my choice this year is from S9, and their debut song was called Heart to Heart. I listened to this album a lot this year. It came out pretty early in the year, so I had time to listen to it. But this is the kind of like sweet girl group music that I really appreciate. And when we saw them at KCON, they impressed me so much. There's so many of them, but their like dancing is very tight. And in a G-Friend kind of way, they have a very like strong and yet like dainty sort of dance style.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what happens with Promise 9.
Good choice. Good choice. I also chose a girl group as my favorite rookie. I only chose one, and it's Khan with their debut song, I'm Your Girl. I love that song. There were so many good girl debuts this year, but this one was a standout for me. It has just two, so that's rare in and of itself, like to just have a duo. But the smooth R&B style of it and the like unique choreography and clothing style, like the aesthetic of the group, I think it's very different from a lot of other girl groups or a lot of things that other girl groups are doing. And I really hope that these girls do well.
Yay. So our next category is favorite subunit or special group. We had quite a few of these this year, not none. I was very happy to see the remaining members of Girls' Generation come back as OGG. That was good to see them. Also, as mentioned earlier, loved Pristin V. Thought it was super fun. And 17's BSS subunit had like is what made me fall in love with Boo and like pay attention to the rest of 17. So that's pretty high on my list. But as expected of me, I have to choose Triple H, Retro Future. Rest in peace, my favorite co-ed group. I'm so sorry that this was your last year in K-pop, but some of the best Hyuna outfits I've ever seen on stage. And I got my black-haired Hyuna back, and she's kept it for a while. So, like, that is a blessing in itself.
And we got Hui in a spotlight. Like, this whole trio, I always say, is just a vehicle for shining a light on Hui's funky, sexy vocals.
Yes.
And I'm all about it.
Yes. The stages were, like, wonderful and crazy and sexy and different every time. We got to see, like, all three of their titties. Like, everybody was, like, naked. Crop tops
on toilets.
Yes, I loved it. Goodbye, Triple H. I'll miss you so much. But I had to honor you on this, your last year of existing.
I'm so glad that you did. There were a lot of good subunits this year. I also really loved Boo Suk-soon with BSS. That's kind of what made me notice DK. And then OGG is fantastic. I also really liked Super Junior G&E in a way I didn't expect to. But my favorite, of course, I can't deny it, was CBX with Blooming Days.
Girl, you knock me out, you knock me out. No, oh baby. 날 비추는 까만 두 눈이 또 내게 속삭이는 너의 새빨간 그 입술이 가를 듯한 너의 두 손이 너무 아름다워 나를 숨막히게 해. Can I be your boyfriend? Can I?
Sing it, it, Changdae. I love it so much. I love in that little clip the little deepy deepy deep in the background. I mean, duh. This album, this was my choice.
Yeah.
CBX is the best part of EXO, and this album's perfect from start to finish.
It's so good. And watching just now, like this plus the recent EXO comeback, like Baekhyun has really cemented himself as a center dancer, and I'm really proud of him.
Yeah, he's worked so hard, and he kills it now as a center dancer. Like, he really, good job, Beck. You worked hard.
Yeah, loved CBX this year. Okay, next category is favorite solo, which was another thing we had a lot of, not only just releases from solo artists, but group members doing solo projects.
Yeah.
There were a ton of them.
So many.
So
And I feel like they were all good. That's what was so hard about this year. Like, so much stuff came out, and it was all good.
it was all good. 'Cause like, yeah, we had multiple comebacks from Sunmi, multiple comebacks from Hyolyn, who's producing herself now and just putting things out.
Yeah.
Chungha had 2 albums this year. Like IU, Key, and Onu. Sungri from Big Bang was holding it down. Like
Boa,
Eric
of
Nam,
course.
Boa.
Yeah.
So much good stuff. So my strongest runner-up was Love You by Chungha. I really liked that song, and I really liked the partner dance a lot. But I think what I have to go with based on like amount of listens and like just vibes wise, I'm gonna go with Taeyeon's Something New.
소리 내면 난 채로 모두 정신 없이 찾고 있지 something new something new I don't care 난 어떻게 해도 something new
It's another one of those sweet ass bass lines.
Yeah, and I was just thinking it sounds very 90s in like a Spice Girls way.
Yeah. So I love Taeyeon. I almost always, like last year, she would have been at the top of my list. Like, I just love the music that she puts out. But this song has like a vocoded intro that sounds like Imogen Heap. And I was very into Imogen Heap in high school. And that bass line is so great. And this is definitely a really fun turn it up loud in the car song.
absolutely.
So that's my pick.
Good choice. I struggled with this one because there are so many great soloists that came out with stuff this year. My strongest runner-up was Woman by Boa. That whole album is good, but also like the video, each one of her performances is so immaculate. That choreography is insane. But again, based on like number of listens, I chose Sunmi with Siren.
조금도 망설이지 말고 나 그냥 너를 아프게 할 거란 걸 알잖아 네 환상에 아름다운 나는 없어 Can't you see that boy? Get away out of my face 더 다가오지 마 boy 슬퍼해도 난 오지 않아 Get away out of my face 더 바라보지 마 boy 슬퍼해도 난 오지 않아
Sunmi had multiple great comebacks this year, but this one, like, I mean, she just continued to establish herself as a solo queen this entire year. And this song had an 80s sensibility to it that just hooked me instantly.
Oh, yeah.
I loved her costuming for it. She's just like a sexy, dangerous mermaid with like huge shoulder pads and glitter everywhere. I always support a choreography that objectifies a man. This was a standout track for me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That choreo, and this is the one where she's in the cage for a
Yeah,
second,
that's
right?
where her male backup dancers come out purely to hold out the cage.
Right.
And then they take the bars away and there are no more men in the dance.
Great. Love it.
I love it. And that just get away out of my face is my favorite line. I just love it.
Yeah,
love
it's
it.
really good. I realized we went out of order and I forgot favorite B-side.
Oh, oops. That's
It's okay. We didn't miss it all the way.
You could have just introduced it and then not said.
But I said the
no one
order
would know.
at the beginning.
No one would know this.
I'm sorry. I'm too honest. I need everyone to know what's happening here.
Shannon always forgets that we have the ability to edit our podcast.
I don't have to get it right the first time every time. Okay, favorite B-side. My third choice was from that EXO CBX album, and that was Sweet Dreams, which was, I think, the Wednesday song. Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved that song. And then I also, on the Triple H album, there was a B-side called Show Me that is so good. But for my number one choice, I wanted to pick something that's like very different from what I normally listen to and recommend. But it was a song that I listened to death this year, and that is Magic by Oh My Girl. So that, I didn't realize when I picked it, but there's another bassline, crazy bassline song. The song is just like chill and smooth and groovy, and the bassline is good, and it's really fun to sing along to. And according to Spotify, this was my most listened to B-side of the year. And I really did like it.
I like it. It's groovy. Yeah, good song.
Oh My Girl, Magic.
Good choice. My number 3 choice to honor this 2018 of bringing out the titties is a Changmin solo, Closer, from TVXQ's album this year. Woo!
Y'all gotta look that up.
You gotta watch that one live. Oh man, that one's
That's
just
something else.
Kiss fingers Italian style. It's something else. My second choice was Moonwalker by 17. I'm still waiting for the choreography for this. Like, I know that I know it exists. I don't know what it is, but I know it exists and I want to see it.
Right.
But my number one choice for favorite B-side this year is Rude Boy by Mamamoo.
행동하는 boy 섞지 말자 no. Oh my baby baby look boy 괜찮아 baby baby look boy 매일 난 너만 you will always be mine. Oh my baby baby look boy 괜찮아 baby baby look boy.
Mamamoo did so much this year.
I was about to say 4 albums or just 3, but that's
3
too
EPs,
many anyway.
3 EPs plus a solo, and like different singles and stuff. This was off of their second out of 3 EPs they released this year.
The yellow one.
No, it's off the red one. No, you're right. It's off the yellow one. But they did so much this year, and the song is such a jam. It's sexy, it's sassy, and it was one of my favorites off of this album.
Love it. I love a good B-side. I'm sure that we will, if I can get it together, we'll probably have like a playlist of all the things that we picked and all the things we wished we could pick. But man, there were a lot of good B-sides this year.
Yeah.
So this one was hard for me to do. Next category is a very specific one, but I feel like as SM stans, it's like we have to have an opinion about this.
Yeah.
So favorite SM station. This was hard for me to pick because I feel like I liked the majority of the stations that came out this year.
Yeah,
and
I usually do like the majority of the station songs.
And there were
this year there
a
were
ton this year also because they in the middle of the year they went from it being Station 0 to Station X, which is like a partnership with some other label. I don't know. It's been a weird station year, but so much good stuff from so many groups or like people that I love. I loved the John Legend and the Wendy song.
Oh, that one was so good.
I also, Amber and Luna put out a track called Lower that's just like a club song, and it has very dirty lyrics, and it makes me uncomfortable when it comes on in the office. I always scramble to turn it off because there's a part where Amber's like, "You're so deep, babe," and I'm like, "Oh God, no, not in my office." But my number one choice is Dinner by Suho and Jung Jane.
행복해 떨어져가는 so fine 익숙한 저녁식 사건과 fine 감각해져가 So go over so well 여긴 멀어져 cause I'm so fine 대문만큼 거리 could be so fine 감각해잖아 So God is so dry You make me wrong Feel so low I'm real low So low You make me wrong Feel so low I'm real low
I very rarely listen to like chill music. Like I'm a dancey pop music kind of person, but like something about this song really grabbed me and I just like loved the vibe was just like very irresistible. There's something that's like kind of haunting and kind of sad, but also kind of like sexy, but also kind of sleepy. There's just like a lot of vibe in this song, and I just really liked it.
I'm so glad that you made that your number one pick because Suho and Jang they released 2 SM Station songs this year, and I really liked both of them. There was Dinner, which was the follow-up to Do You Have a Moment, and they're both really good. I also really liked the Baekhyun one that came out. I don't even remember what it was called.
Young.
Thank
it was
you.
just
yeah,
called
yeah, it
Young.
was just called Young. That one was really crazy and weird in a way that I really enjoyed.
He did that with Gecko.
And then, but my number one pick is Wow Thing. What is not to love about this song? It's just women supporting women and looking great while doing it.
Yes.
I loved everything about this song. The choreography, the music video, the outfits, which are like so
insane.
Crazy. The outfits are so nutty in this music video. They're all like crazy neon colors and absurd patterns and combinations.
I really hope those pants that Chungha is wearing don't ever catch on. They're
horrible.
Like, it's like you cut the middle out of your jeans and then just put like a strap to hold them. It's so weird.
Together. No, it's like huge it's like a garter belt. But as
holding
jeans.
the bottom of your
It's
jeans
horrible.
on. Oh, I hate it. But she looks so cool.
Yeah,
so
she looks great doing it because she's Chungha in that like K-pop way of like you can only wear that outfit on stage. But it's Chungha and Seulgi from Red Velvet and a G idol whose name I don't know off the top of my head.
Soyeon.
And G Friend.
Yes, Sinbi from
G Friend.
G Friend.
Yeah, great collab.
Yes, loved that one. Okay, our second to last category is we're calling it favorite performances because these are songs that we really loved this year that started out as either a concert stage or a show performance, and then they got like released as singles and we listened to them too much. So my choice was from the TV show Breakers, and that song is Swim Good by Hui and Somin of Card.
now I just wanna get down 이미 나 취한 것 같아 오늘 밤 네가 제일 맴돌아 I'm focused on you 1과 0을 더해 하나가 되는 순간 I don't know Make your mind losing 네가 내 손에 꽉 잡아줄 때난 너와 발을 맞출게
Oof. Oof. This is one of my most played songs of the year, hands down, for sure. Not even a question. The vocals on this are so incredible. It makes me sick. And this is one of the sexiest TV performances I've seen in a really long time.
Oh, yeah.
It's fully nuts. Hui was on this show called Breakers where they had to like write a song in a week. And he had Somin from Card, who's very good friends with Hyuna. So I say Hyuna made all of this happen, if you ask me.
Maybe.
But Hui is blindfolded and there is a chair and it is very, very overtly sexy. And I love when they cut to the girls in the audience who are like, can't look past their fingers. They're like
faces.
freaking out. And it also will make me laugh forever because of that one time we were watching Breakers videos and you turned to me and you said, what if we is a fuckboy? And like now it's like all I can think about because
What
he
if
probably
he
is.
Yeah,
That girl from G Idol is really hot.
really hot.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's something.
I don't know. And there's something about like the look he gets in his eye when he's on stage, when
Yes.
he's doing like the sexy thing on
Yes.
stage that like, I mean, I love this song so much. It was the linchpin and cornerstone of my entire fantasy group concept.
Yes.
Like I was like, I want Swim Good. How can I build that?
Yes.
So yeah, this was
So if you
great
haven't
choice.
seen this yet,
Get
please
on it.
Look it up.
Get on it right now.
Yeah.
My favorite performance is, and I chose it as a performance because I saw it. They were doing this in concert, and that's like I saw a video of it in concert before they released the music video, and it's Chanyeol and Sehun Weyoung.
괜찮은 척은 안 해도 돼 푸른 봄날 꽃보다 We gon' get it 아무도 우리 할 수 없게 So we don't stay down Cause we are So we don't stay down Cause we are 네가 원하던 너다운 거래 네가 진짜로 원하는 거래 So we don't stay down We don't stay down We don't stay down
Let that one go all the way through because I need it.
I love that song. I love it.
It's so good. Not to trample on your choice, but fuck, I love this video
I
and
love
song
that
so
song
much.
so much. I know. It was later, after they performed it in their concerts, it was released as an SM Station song with a music video that is very cute and also assaulting with guns and abs. But it's the first real feature of Sehun singing, and he does such a good job. He like, clearly worked really hard. You hear a lot of Chanyeol singing, which doesn't happen all the time, and I love his singing voice. And it's just sort of like fun and catchy in that like laid back, cool way that SM Station usually does. And I thought it was really summery and perfect. I loved it.
Beautiful.
I loved it.
Okay, it's time now for Song of the Year. So I have to talk through this one because this was, while it wasn't a tough choice, I just wanted to have, I wish that I could pick more things, you know?
That's fair.
Because so much good music came out. I've already mentioned 9 songs I really liked. But in like my third place, tied for third place, OMG by Halo was just one of my favorite songs of the year. I really, really, really liked it. And then I also have in my third place, Countless by Shiny. That was my favorite Story of
loved
Light
that
release.
song.
Like if I force myself to rank them, I loved Countless. I thought it was a very good bow to put on the end of all of them. And the music video just like calms me the fuck down. Like,
Yeah.
it's just,
It's beautiful.
it's a good reset button. And then my second choice was what I thought would be the song of like, that would be my song of the year when it came out, which is Touch by NCT 127. That song is 100% up my alley, like rich harmonies, bouncy, like boys singing about love.
such fun choreography.
Super into it. So I thought that would be my choice. But then something else came out a month later, and it probably doesn't surprise anybody, but my song of the year 2018 is Shine by Pentagon.
더 넓고 비웃어 그래 나는 널 사랑하는 기질이 그래 나는 머저리 난 너한테는 거머리 겉절이 이 세상 너 하나면 돼 Baby I'm only yours I'm only yours oh no 나나나나나나 결국에 난 내 사랑 앞에선 내 기질이
What other choice could I possibly make We got sweet lyrics and energetic, fun choreography. The stages were wonderful. They upped their game for every single one. And there's truly no better song to scream, sing in the car. Like, you can turn the song up so loud. It's really, really good. And I just think this will be like quintessential 2018, like forever in my memory. I do not get tired of this song. I love it.
Yeah. And it was a phenomenon when it hit. Like, you can't ignore the ripple it made.
Totally.
Yeah. Well, great choice. I did struggle with this category, of course. I also really was like trying so hard. I was like, you know what? You need to vary your choices. Like, stop being so predictable. Oops, just kidding. All 3 of my choices are SM. Sorry.
Yeah.
I tried.
It's okay.
I
You like what you
failed.
like.
I like what I like. My number 3 choice is Lil Touch by OGG. This song, the first time I heard it, it was weird.
It is odd.
It's a weird song, but it caught me immediately. Like, it was like by the end of the song, the first time I heard it, I was like, let's replay that from the beginning. I'm into it.
Yeah.
My second choice is, which I like had to include it in this list because I love it so much, is Baby Don't Stop NCTU. It already had the dangerous faced one, whose name is Taeyong. And then 10, my favorite maknae, who's not really a maknae, but he is in my fantasy group.
Right.
Oh my God, this song. It's so good. Sexy, phenomenal.
Yes.
But my number 1 pick is Good Evening by SHINee. There are so many reasons why this is my favorite song of the year, and a lot of them are like very sentimental and emotional. But ultimately, like, I picked this as my favorite song of the year because I think the best way to celebrate SHINee's 10th anniversary was just by doing what SHINee does best. This song is so unique in a perfectly SHINee way. The concept and the color scheme was beautiful. The choreography and like the message and just the way that they promoted everything about this whole series of albums, starting with this song, was pure art. And I loved it.
Yes.
I love you, SHINee.
I love you, SHINee, too. Well, those were our picks for 2018. Do we have anything else that we'd like to say about this year in K-pop or anything we didn't mention before we get out of here?
I don't know. I mean, this year in K-pop, I feel like was expansive in a lot of ways, both because the amount of great music that came out and also the like number of groups that we like got into for the first, like our knowledge and taste in K-pop music, I think expanded a lot this year. It was a wild ride and I enjoyed most of it. I enjoyed all of the music.
Right.
All the other things that happened in this year. Goodbye. I'm ready. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready for this year to be over.
I feel like we saw a decent amount of K-pop this year. We did. Like, we saw EXID and Red Velvet and NCT 127
And B2B.
and Rain and B2B.
Yeah.
And we saw I saw GOT7.
Yup.
And we saw 17 and we saw Newest and we were on TV.
Yeah. And we saw Pentagon.
And we saw Pentagon. And we saw
Promise
Chang'e.
Nine.
And we saw
And
Promise
Dreamcatcher.
9. And Golden
And Roy
Child.
Kim.
And Roy Kim.
Our sweet, beautiful new
Sweet
love, Roy Kim. We
yeah.
became TVXQ fans.
Oh my God.
So much stuff happened.
So many
this year.
things happened, and we'll get into that more because our 1 year of the podcast anniversary will be coming up soon. But for now,
Do a little retrospective.
yeah. But for now, I think we'll just close it off here and say thanks for a great 2018 K-pop. Well, it's time for the last random game of 2018. And as a blessing to end this year on a beautiful note, the number generator gave us 2 p.m.
No, what a sweet treat. It's almost, although it's almost a little bit of like it's almost a little bittersweet because 2 p.m. like has members in the military, and so they didn't release any music this year.
Yeah.
I miss them a lot. It's been 2 years since they've come out with anything.
Yeah.
And damn it, 2 p.m. I miss you.
I know. So well, I feel like we talked about them a lot, but a basic rundown, and they'll probably get their own episode someday. But as a basic rundown of 2 p.m., they are from JYP Entertainment. They debuted in 2008. That's like the same year as SHINee, so they're that end of the second
generation.
They, as we've also said before, there were two groups, a 2 p.m. and a 2 a.m. We've gotten 2 a.m. in the random game before.
Yeah, so their original concept was to be an 11-member band known as One Day, but it was eventually split into 2 p.m. and 2 a.m. And 2 p.m. debuted with a song called 10 Points Out of 10.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, their music at the beginning of their career is not what we're a fan of.
No.
But more basics, 6-member group, originally 7 because J Park was their leader. He left in early 2010. And so their current members are Junkei, Nikun, Taekyeon, Wooyoung, Junho, and Chansung.
Yes.
Who's in the military now?
Jun is in the military, Tech is in the military, and Wooyoung is in the military. And Juno just did like a goodbye solo concert last weekend. So I think he's going soon. Kun doesn't have to go because he's from Thailand, and he already did his Thailand lottery and he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
And Chansung's the maknae, so it might
so
be
he
a minute.
probably has a while until he has to go in. So they've released a couple different albums. Let's see. Their first album is known as Hands Up. That came out in 2011. They had a Japanese debut that same year, and then they came out with an album called Grown, which
That's
is
one of my faves.
Very sexy. Love it. 2 p.m. is known as a Beast Idol group, which means that
They
they're buff.
created the term Beast Idol. It was made for them. They were the first buff group.
They were the first.
Monsta X say thank you to your sunbaes.
Say thank you because they're the ones who made shirt ripping and rippling muscles
a thing. But I think my favorite 2 p.m. album came out in 2014, and that was Go Crazy.
Go Crazy
I
was,
love that album.
Yeah, Go Crazy is a fantastic album. It's definitely it's one of the first K-pop albums ever that I bought.
Like the full album.
Yeah.
Like
I purchased the full album on iTunes. It's so good. But I think my favorite is their last album, which came out in 2016. It's called Gentleman's Game. It's just very classy and sophisticated and sexy in a way that's I don't know. Gentleman's Game from start to finish for me is perfection.
Yeah, I think 2 p.m. definitely started out. I feel like they're just a product of where they landed in the K-pop generations. Their first couple albums, very noisy, very atonal,
very just party rock.
Yeah, they kind of remind me of LMFAO. Just they and they were party boys, and they were known as party boys, and they got in trouble for being party boys.
Yeah.
That was kind of their thing. But I mean.
But then they grew up and they got a little sexier and they got a little dancier.
Yeah, and there's a lot of slow jams, good R&B.
Yeah, really good R&B vocals in Pull and Pull, such a good B-side from Go Crazy. Yeah, and I don't usually go for rap or care or know much about it, but I do feel like Taekyeon is a very fast rapper. And there's something kind of, if you're into that, he's very fast. But I say that's all we should say about 2 p.m. and save the rest for another day. And I think that's enough. I will say we did skip over one of their albums, which was called Number 5. That was their second, third. No.
5th studio album was number 5 because number 5.
Yeah,
that was My House.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was My House. I just got the number wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So unfortunately,
I know
the music video we have to watch is for one of those early noisy songs. But it's okay because they'll still be cute and we could laugh about it. But this song is
not
Loud.
good.
Okay. So here comes 2 p.m. Hands Up with 53 million views from 2011.
And we're starting off with Nick Kuhn on a roof
Playing golf.
golfing in a white polo.
See, that's the golf sound. Oh, those bangs. This is We Got
I
Married time.
know.
His hair looks like shit.
Oh,
abs.
here we go. Abs. Chansung's got the abs out on a yacht. Oh,
Cocktails
already
and
got
DJs.
cocktails, DJs. Yikes.
Vests.
Who is that? Taecyeon and
His hair is so tall.
someone else on a yacht. All right, here we all are in a limo. It looks like they're going to Vegas to party.
Yeah, this looks like Vegas for reals.
울려 퍼지는 음악에 맞춰 Everyone put your hands
Get your drinks up. Yeah, they all have sunglasses on inside with like
Inside the
shiny
club.
glasses,
Tall
shiny
hair.
jackets.
Oh my god, Taecyeon's jacket has LED lights in it. That's in. Look at it.
Oh my god.
It looks crazy.
Light up sweatshirt.
I always forget how hot Juno is.
Yes. Juno is really hot.
Yeah, he is really hot. But I feel like he's always in the back.
Yeah. 2 p.m. is an uneven numbered group, so they have, or an even numbered group, so someone always gets hidden in the dance triangle, and I hate it.
It's dumb.
They also used to, just as I mentioned, do a lot of acrobatics when they debuted, and so did GOT7. And someone tell me if Stray Kids does it. Like, does JYP make the young kids do flips? 'Cause
Maybe.
Maybe does.
I appreciate how many guns are out in this video.
Yes.
though.
Even though they're wearing ugly leather vests, like there's arms.
I mean, this is literally just like drinking in a club. That's all that's
The
happening.
choreo isn't even cool. They're just putting their hands
putting
up.
their hands up.
Put your hands up Put your hands up Put your hands
Yeah, see, this is noise. This is just noise.
But look at how cute.
But they're
Young
so
is.
cute. They're so cute. I love them. Oh my. Look at his arms.
They're so big. Oh, Nick Kuhn. You're
He
so
looks
pretty.
sad right now, and
I
I'm upset
know.
about it. Why is his hair so fucking long and he stopped shaving? He can't grow a mustache. He needs to give it up.
I stopped following him on Instagram because he was just making me
Good
sad.
choice. Good choice.
I would just see him post things of like being around the world, and I'm like, why aren't you with 2 p.m.?
I know.
And I know it's because they're in the military, but it still made me mad.
I know. Ever.
Someone's in a bathtub with
Inside
bubbles in
this
this
club.
Put your hands up.
Oh, that light up jacket is
man.
so silly.
And there's also a light up glove in one of these scenes. He swaps it. Oh no, there's now Woo Young's in the light.
Oh, so pretty.
He looks so good. That blonde hair is good on him.
Put your hands up 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 Put your hands up
Put your bangs out of your face, Coon.
Put your hands up
That's what you need to put up. Put your hair up.
Wow.
Ah,
That was something else.
what a shitty song.
Oh,
What a
well.
shitty song done by Pretty Boys.
Pretty boys that I love so much.
Yeah, come back to us soon, 2 p.m.
I'll come back soon, but also keep going in public so I can see the pictures of y'all in your uniforms. Oh my God. Ooh, I have the vapors. I love it.
Maybe that can be my new 2019 wish. A 2 p.m. comeback. Is that too soon? How long have they been in the army?
Not long enough.
Yeah, not
Tech
long enough.
went first, and I think he'll be out at the end of next year.
Boo. They took so long.
I know. I know.
And
I'm really upset
Gentleman's
about
Game
it.
came out in 2016. They took their sweet ass time going into
Sweet
the army, those
ass
bastards.
time. Oh, let's see.
Beautiful bastard.
Taecyeon went into the military in September 2017. So he'll be out in September, but he also ended his contract with JYP. So it's like a Girls' Generation situation where like 2PM hasn't disbanded, but he left the company.
Oh, boo.
I know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So,
Well, I hope 2PM comes back in some way, shape, or form as
Yes.
quickly as possible.
agreed.
I miss you, sexy boys.
I miss you too. And we'll see. Ooh, here's a good way to end it. Do you have any predictions for like what you think 2019 might be like, or anything you'd like to see in 2019?
Ooh. I want to see a co-ed collaboration.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least one really good and unexpected one.
That's good. I was thinking that yesterday because I was watching some Gaio stages for something else. And it seems like if a girl and a boy want to do a collab stage, they can only sing Troublemaker or that My Heiny, I love you.
Oh, your eye candy?
love you. Yes, there's only like 2 songs that people can do. And like someone else needs to make a new one.
Yeah,
so that there's
I
more.
want a co-ed subunit.
Yes.
Of some kind.
That would be really great.
That's my 2019 wish.
Okay. Well, my 2019, like the thing I can't wait to see is right along those lines. Like I'm very excited to see what Hyuna and Hyojung do. Like,
I mean, it may very well grant my wish.
it very well could grant your wish. Who knows? Who knows?
But they wouldn't be a subunit. They'd be like a new group.
They'd be a fully new
thing.
A fully new thing. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see what new groups might come out. Like SM has been rumoring a new girl group for years. I don't know if it will happen. Big Hit is supposed to actually debut another group besides BTS. Like that one, I'm very interested to see what will happen with that. New debuts. So many things could happen. It's also like new military rules are kicking in. So like a bunch of our boys are going
a lot
away.
of goodbyes soon.
Yeah. So I'm just very intrigued to see how 2019 will go, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And we'll be here to talk about K-pop with you. So if you would like to get in contact with us at AMA K-pop Pod on Twitter and Instagram, AMA K-pop Pod at gmail.com for emails and AMA K-pop Pod.tumblr.com for links if Tumblr is still up by the time you hear this episode. And that's it. We'll see you guys next year.
Goodbye.
Bye. Chonghyun, you're our inspiration.
Was this like the year of boy groups taking out their titties, or was that just Monsta X and EXO?
Newest had him out too.
Yeah.
That Deja Vu video is also titties.
That's true. And
That Halo. Yeah, okay.
titties out.